It's day 4. Welcome to day 4. We gave you some tasks this morning and let's see how you got on with them. Here's some of the explanations. First thing, this whole thing about having a little glass of water with a little splash of lemon juice in now before every big meal. The reason for that is a little compound called CCK, a big technical description in the email. That begins to put hormones on the agenda. Lots of little chemicals that make your body do things, and some chemicals make you hungry, some chemicals make you less hungry. It always helps when you're trying to deal with food and emotions if you're not ravenously hungry all the time, and CCK starts dampening that reaction down. So it's yes to a little glass of water and some lemon juice and a little bit of lime juice. So onto the fun food diary. I really hope you like this. It's a big thanks to Karen for a quite impassioned and revealing insight to how she struggled with what's the normal type of food diary. It's a quite remarkable beneficial tool. I just want to go over what you should be getting from that. Here the idea is, after a while, it's no longer a question of sitting there going, oh, I've eaten too much, oh yeah, terrible me. You begin to get these standard questions. You get the when, what time did you eat it? And this will feed back to the 6 times a day. You know, what was the meal before, what was the meal after, what was the pattern look like? Where did you eat it? Now, was it rough? Did you pick something up at the bus stop and were you demolishing on like a bus, or did you sit down and have a decent meal? And what you're going to find sometimes, there's more ritualism that goes with the food, where you have a sit down with the family, where you actually put knives and forks and plates out, you sit down, you eat properly, you start giving food the correct reverence rather than just being something you stuff down willy-nilly. Hunger, actually beginning to understand where you're actually hungry. Was that the reason why you were eating? A lot of people sometimes just eat, they just really don't need to. You sort of think, actually, I wasn't hungry, I didn't need to eat that. Then you start the investigation as to why you're doing things. That's where the emotion comes in. So you're now sort of going, well, what were my emotions before I started eating, and what effect did the food have on those emotions? Now we're going to be exploring one more day, we'll explore a little bit more about emotions tomorrow. You can see how useful that tool is. Sometimes I find when people speak to me about diets, I go, yeah, what do you think? Should I eat this meal now? And you go, well, you know, like, look at the pattern, tell me how you feel, and learn to feel all these things. Ground and release, one of my favourite things. You find so many people just totally stressed out these days. Ground and release sort of comes from a post-traumatic stress disorder background, but it's highly relevant here. Sometimes you find that even if you haven't been in a war zone, you've accumulated lots of little bits of stress that you've not dealt with. And this becomes quite what's called a bottom-up processing issue. So what you'll find is the intelligent you know, or your intellect or your greatness, when you're sitting on top of sort of quite a brute primeval brain. And the primeval brain tries to communicate with you through emotions. And sometimes the emotions are perceived as stress, but we don't pay any attention to that. By once again recognising stress, and then, if you like, dealing with it and making the primeval body feel safe, which is what the seating, you know, focusing your attention on a particular part of you is all about. Feeling safe is super, super crucial. And all these things develop into highly sophisticated treatments that we can work with you in the future to help you through this. And that's one of the decisions you're going to have to make. We're going to give you an email tomorrow that goes, look, if you want to go further, here's the email, talk to us, and then we can do some sort of professional support for you. In the meantime, I hope you found those drills handy, and I hope you're looking forward to day 5. Thanks for